Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Moon Cami, and it is the third video I filmed today. And so we are talking about a series that I started in 2020 that I wish to continue in 2021, as well as a couple of series that I started that I will not be finishing for various reasons. So let's start with the positive. Or should we start with the negative? Qu'est-ce que tu penses? No, we'll start with the positive. So the first trilogy that I'm going to continue, that I started last year, is the Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I mean, Netflix is coming up with a show. I can't not finish reading the books before I watch the series. So, and of course I bought the book set. It's coming in the mail. I'm so excited. It's supposed to come by next Monday. And I also have another order of books that's also coming in. I can't wait. Gift cards, people. I got gift cards for Christmas. So books galore coming up. Okay, what else? Oh, Shades of Magic by V.E. Schwab. It should have been one of the books that were my favorite in the month, but I guess there's something else that came up that I liked better. But V. Schwab, another author whose writing I fell in love with. I can't believe I've never read anything from her. I kept seeing her everywhere. V.E. Schwab, V.E. Schwab, people talking about how her books are fantastic, and I've never read it. So I read the first one of the Shades of Magic, and I understand everyone's love for her. She is wonderful. Oh my gosh. So I bought the book set. Another thing that's coming in the mail. So we will have that soon. So I will be finishing that up this year. What else? The Diviners. Libba Bray, I think is what the author's name. Of course, I forget to write down the author's names. But yes, that is, yeah, I only have the last one. The King of Crows is the last one. I haven't read that one yet. It's on my library hold. But it seems because of COVID, people are getting audiobooks and ebooks a lot. So I have to wait. Pourquoi tu t'en vas là? This is perfectly acceptable. She wants to be in the middle. Okay. Alright. Aurora Rising is another one, and I can't remember the author. I think it's 2 authors? Or just the one? I might be wrong. I might be thinking of something else. But Aurora Rising, I read the first one. I know the second one's out. It's also on my library holds. And again, it's another one that everyone wants to read because the first one was quite decent. I don't read a whole lot of sci-fi, and this is a young adult sci-fi. I probably should read more adult sci-fi, but at the same time, I started a lot of them and could not finish them because they're so dry. So dry. My husband loves sci-fi, so and there are a lot of good concepts. He'll talk about certain books, and we can talk about books for a while, and he'll talk about the concepts of one book or another, and then I get interested, and he's like, oh, don't read it, it's a bad book. He reads a lot of, I wouldn't say, yes, he reads a lot of bad books, but because there are concepts that he really likes, he will finish the book. There are certain things that, you know, just like me, that is just too much. At a certain point, you're like, nope, can't do this anymore. And you'll see later. The Nevernight Chronicles, I read the first one, and I don't remember it much, probably because it might be so similar to other things that I read, and that's probably why I want to read the rest, because I read something similar and I enjoyed it. So I'm going to continue with the series, and that's by J. Kristoff, I believe. And finally, the Black Witch Chronicles, and I can't remember the name of the author. I read the first two. The third one's out. I think there's supposed to be a fourth one. And the third one is, again, another one that's on hold. I can't seem to find the books, a physical copy of the books. I just can't. It's not at Chapters. I would have to order it online. If it is on Chapters, I could probably find it on Amazon, but Amazon. I don't want to buy anything from Amazon anymore unless it's absolutely necessary. All right. I'm going to disappoint a lot of people with the list of series that I will not continue in 2021. You can hate me. That's all right. I'll deal with it. So, this one is really controversial because I know I enjoyed the first book. I really loved the first book, but it got exasperated with the second book, and that would be the Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I know I'm breaking a lot of hearts here, but man, that ending, I just couldn't. I'm sorry, guys. The first one was fantastic. Loved it. And then the second one was just, it started all right, and there are moments where it's fantastic, but the ending, I couldn't. I just can't. Maybe, it's on the maybe, like something would have to really push me to read it, but as of now, it's a no. The Mortal Instruments series. I know Cassandra Clare, a lot of people love her, and again, I've mentioned this before, if I was 10 years younger, I probably would read it, but now, no, I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people tell me her writing gets a lot better, the new ones are so much better than the old ones, but no, I gave her enough shots. I read the first 3. Is it incest? Is it not? Yeah, no. His Dark Materials. I read the first 2, and I think I was halfway through the last one. There was just so much that I couldn't deal with. So much. I'm vegan. And one of the things that I couldn't understand is he normalizes butchering of animals in the book. It's like, oh, this is perfectly acceptable. It's how it's always been done. But the demons are animals. And the demons are the best things. Like, oh, your demon is sacred. How is it that your demon is sacred and it's in the shape of an animal if the actual animal is not? I don't understand. I don't understand. So I had to quit that. Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Oh yes, his Dark Materials is by Philip Pullman. Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I read the first 2, but he does something, spoiler alert, he does something that I cannot forgive, and that is recycling villains. If the biggest, baddest villain that you can come up with is in the first book, and he dies at the end of the first book, you can't bring him back. Do not do that. No. And he did that. So I can't. I finished it because, you know, I had enough to get me going, but that was like, no. Just no. I cannot. And the last one that I actually started last year, The Poppy War. The lore of the world seems fantastic, but I cannot handle the hypocrisy behind the main character. She's such a hypocrite. So I loved it. The worst is the Poppy War at the beginning. It was like fabulous. I loved it. The character was great. The reason she was doing things seemed logical. And then about halfway through the book, it started going down, and all reasoning went out the window. So yes, it's the last thing that I will not continue. I'm sure there are more, but I can't think of anything. And going through my Goodreads of last year, it didn't give me anything else that I was going to add to this list. So yes, that's it. That is all. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please thumbs up. If you want to watch more from me, please subscribe. I endeavor to bring you something new every Saturday. Mwah.